Welcome back to Fiction First. Today, we're unraveling the layers of I Cheerfully Refuse by Leif Enger, a haunting, thought-provoking dystopian tale set in a near-future world, rich with emotion, mystery, and lyrical storytelling. This novel is a journey through loss, survival, and the persistent human spirit in the face of overwhelming despair. About the author. Leif Enger is a celebrated American author who transitioned from nearly 2 decades as a reporter and producer for Minnesota Public Radio to crafting unforgettable works of fiction. Enger's literary journey began with his critically acclaimed debut, Peace Like a River, which was named one of the year's best books by Time magazine and Los Angeles Times. His subsequent novels, So Brave, Young, and Handsome and Virgil Wander, continued to earn accolades, with the latter being longlisted for the Carnegie Medal for excellence in fiction. Drawing inspiration from his Minnesota roots, Enger brings a deep sense of place and emotional depth to his writing, blending nostalgia, hope, and resilience into every story. Plot summary. Set against the backdrop of a fractured world teetering on the edge of collapse, I Cheerfully Refuse follows Rainier, or Rainy, and his wife, Lark, who live a quiet, meaningful life in Icebridge, a lakeside town by Lake Superior. Rainy is a bass guitarist, and Lark runs a quaint bookshop named Bread, offering a refuge to travelers escaping the oppressive labor contracts enforced by the elite class. Their peaceful life unravels when a boarder named Kellen arrives, bringing with him an unpublished novel titled I Cheerfully Refuse by Lark's favorite author, Molly Thorne. Kellen's presence introduces a strange tension, particularly when he begins speaking fearfully of a man named Wereich, a figure of unimaginable influence and cruelty. A turning point comes when Rainy's close friend, Labrino, chooses to end his life using a drug called Willow. Soon after, tragedy strikes as Lark is found murdered, and Rainy becomes haunted by her absence. Despite being cleared of suspicion, Rainy's life spirals into chaos when he realizes that Wereich himself is hunting him. Driven by a vision of Lark beckoning him to the mystical Slate Islands, Rainy flees on his boat, Flowers, embarking on a treacherous journey across Lake Superior. Along the way, Rainy saves Sol, a young girl abused by her uncle, King Richard. Together, they navigate hostile waters, facing a society shattered by wealth disparity and greed. Their voyage is a harrowing reflection of humanity's struggle for dignity and freedom. Eventually, Rainy finds himself on a sinister pharmaceutical ship under Wereich's control, where horrifying experiments on compliance and submission take place. Here, Rainy discovers Kellen, who reveals the depths of Wereich's cruelty and the exploitation of human vulnerability. Through rebellion and resilience, Rainy and fellow prisoners stage a mutiny, overthrowing Wereich and reclaiming their freedom. In the novel's tender conclusion, Rainy and Sol find solace in a new life, cherishing the remnants of hope and memory amidst the ruins of their old world. Themes and symbols. Reef as a journey toward healing. Enger's novel delves deeply into the rawness of grief. Rainy's odyssey is not just physical but emotional, a journey of confronting loss and learning to heal. His sorrow over Lark's death is profound, yet it becomes a transformative force, driving him forward as he grapples with his new reality. The crushing weight of wealth disparity. Set in a dystopian near future, I Cheerfully Refuse paints a stark picture of societal collapse driven by unchecked greed. Wereich represents the terrifying power of the ultra-wealthy, exploiting the working class through manipulation and control. The novel starkly critiques capitalism's dehumanizing extremes, highlighting how societal decay often stems from economic disparity. The mythical journey of love and loss. Inspired by the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, Rainy's desperate journey to reunite with his lost love transcends the physical realm. The mythical undertones blend seamlessly with the novel's exploration of mortality, memory, and the enduring power of love. Art and music as acts of rebellion. Rainy's connection to music symbolizes resilience and defiance. His bass guitar becomes a metaphor for resistance, offering solace and a way to communicate emotions words cannot express. Music, in Enger's narrative, is a transformative force, one that inspires hope and challenges oppressive power. moral ambiguities in acts of survival. Rainie's actions, from saving Sol to engaging in acts of rebellion, force readers to question the morality of survival. Enger does not offer easy answers. Instead, he presents a nuanced exploration of ethical dilemmas in a world where traditional values are often meaningless. Character exploration. Rainie. Rainie is a compassionate and introspective protagonist, grappling with overwhelming grief after Lark's death. His journey across Lake Superior becomes an exploration of love, loss, and personal resilience. His character's depth emerges through his quiet strength, artistic passion, and unwavering empathy for those around him. Lark's presence lingers throughout the novel despite her early death. She embodies warmth, wisdom, and literary passion, values that continue to guide Rainie in his darkest moments. Her memory serves as both a beacon and a burden as Rainie navigates his journey. Sol, the young girl Rainie rescues, symbolizes innocence and the possibility of redemption. Her bravery and resilience in the face of suffering are deeply moving. Through Sol, Rainie finds a renewed sense of purpose and connection. Weirike stands as a chilling embodiment of corporate greed and moral decay. His manipulation of compliance drugs and his ruthless control reflect the terrifying consequences of unchecked power. Why you should read I Cheerfully Refuse. This novel isn't just a dystopian thriller, it's a deeply human story that resonates with anyone who has faced loss, injustice, or hopelessness. Leif Enger masterfully blends lyrical prose with rich thematic depth, crafting a narrative that is as haunting as it is hopeful. The exploration of grief, the fight for freedom, and the enduring strength of the human spirit make this book a must-read. If you're drawn to stories that challenge societal norms, explore emotional depths, and leave you reflecting long after the last page, I Cheerfully Refuse deserves a spot on your reading list. With high ratings 4.4 on Amazon, 4.0 on Goodreads, and 4.8 on Barnes & Noble, this book is captivating readers worldwide. What would you do in Rainie's place? Would you risk everything to reconnect with a lost loved one? And how far would you go to resist an oppressive regime? If these questions intrigue you, dive into I Cheerfully Refuse and experience this powerful journey for yourself. You can find the purchase link in the description below. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey through I Cheerfully Refuse. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring the power of fiction with Fiction First.